Okay. Alright, so it's been a while since I did an update for this game. I've been having a lot of microphone troubles that made me not want to record updates for this, and so I just got a new microphone, and that fixed it, because I guess internal microphones could just break in a really weird way that just messes with your audio. So, not sure, I haven't had really a lot of time to work on the game, but I mean, that's just how things go. And I've kind of like fallen off interest in working on it. So I thought I would just do an update, and usually what happens is like I'll work on it for like a month and then like lose interest for another month, another couple of months. Um, but that's usually how I do projects. I'll like work on it. I'll just blitz work on it, and then just lose interest. But I'll probably come back to it. So let's just show off what I have. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll start working on it. Let's just look at the game. So here's an overworld screen. I don't really remember what I recorded last time, or like even talked about last time. It doesn't really matter. But I have an overworld screen. You can't really do anything now because there are blockers in place. So even if I press anything, I don't know if you can hear that, but if I press anything, you can't move around because you have not completed the first level, and there is a blocker in the way until you complete it. So I'm pressing. Am I? Hold on. Well, this is not how I expected it. It should just be Z, right? Why is it not? Oh, it's E. Whatever, that's all going in. Whatever. That's all going in. I haven't worked on the player sprite. Listen, I know I need to work on the player sprite. But it's just animation triggers are just so annoying to me. As like I just think I feel like I finally understand how they work. Oh, here's something that's new. There is I don't know if it doesn't look like the second one is working. But I found a script to do parallax, and I also added in some trees because I thought it looked kind of bland otherwise. So I added some trees and grass. I tried to base them off of Texas pine trees because there's a lot of them around where I live. These trees are kind of look too Stardew Valley for me. I know I have seen trees like that exact color, but they could be a little darker. So if you look in the background, I don't know why it's not moving the first layer. It did when I originally wrote it or copied the code. I also don't like how this looks. I could clean that up a little bit. So that's always like listen. There's always stuff to work on. And so if we just go to the end, whoa, there's not even like. I guess I didn't even like make it to all the way to the end of the thing. Or I thought I did. I don't remember. So let's just get out of here. So now that I didn't point this out, I didn't make a player sprite. I just took the taco sprite. Um, so yeah, the character only moves along the path. If I was smart, I would have coded it where he can only detect if you can detect like it would rate it would be an already raycast, but if you raycast over and see that it's a path you can move along, that's not how I coded it. I coded it in that it would there's an invisible wall around everything. And when you complete a level, you can it has X over it. I believe yeah, you can still enter them and play them over again. I'm not. I'm like this map is just taken from Mario 3. I'm pretty sure in later Mario's you can replay levels that you've already completed, but in Mario 3 you can't. Um, I know I put a debug code in for skipping levels, but I don't remember what it is. It's fine. Ooh, this is a... Oh yeah. So I'm not sure if I talked about the save system in this. Yeah, if I should die, yeah. Um, if I don't think there's any checkpoints. You might have to wait till... Yeah, that is the old level trigger end. And so if you touch that, you just restart the level, which you don't want to do. Because I made new level triggers. I spent like a whole day. There was one day where I just like all I did was work on the save system, and that was a fun, productive day. And so now the end level triggers are you have to be on the same plane, because if you're not on the same plane, the raycast won't hit it. So if you're on, you have to be basically right next to it. And then, oh fuck. Well, we get to see this level again. This level that I've been like, this is like the first level I created. Oh yeah, I think so by default, at some point by default it has 5 double jumps, and that never got fixed. And during my normal course of play, I wouldn't, or normal course of testing, I wouldn't press the double jump more than twice. I wouldn't press the button jump button more than twice, because why would I? And it just it didn't get noticed. So yeah, so if you see by the icons, I made multiple different types of like you can change the icons. I don't know. I guess that's fairly explanatory. I also tried to make so like Hammer Brother type enemies. You can't. I haven't made AI yet for them to move around. But if we just touch this, we go into a level. And this is just the trigger to end this is just to touch. There's a checkpoint on there's an endpoint on both sides of it, and it deletes the enemy. So let's go ahead and this is kind of like my test level, where I've tested all the stuff. So let's just go back to the start and go over systems that I have introduced. So here are the checkpoints that I put 2 next to each other to test it out. So if we press the... I know why I did that. I don't want to talk about why I did it, but I know why I did that. So once you press the checkpoint, it loads. It saves. It saves your... it'll save your position next to it. Or when it loads in, it'll put you next to it. And it saves your inventory. So you see now I have 4 tacos. And I have... So if I eat one... I also streamlined how items work, so they all use the same script. Even if they're different items, they all have a use key, and there's like booleans on what it does. So I can use them all, and so I could save, so I can hotkey them without having to manually press the button. So if we go over and click on this one, it will deactivate the first one, like the second one, and my inventory should stay the same. And the world changes. The world went back to its original. Now this does create kind of a problem, because if it's like, because like in normal course of play, like yeah, you could put like these tacos in, and like the player could just come back and get them, which is like fine, yeah, whatever. You just keep replaying the level, and you can spam hitting the items. The problem that comes when I have these keys, I'm pretty sure I've talked about these keys beforehand, where like if you have a key. There are locked doors, and you can open the door, and it with the key. This gold key is for debugging. It opens. It's an auto lock. So let's just. So yeah, you see I have the key. Or oops, I did not save. So this could create a situation where, oops, it shouldn't have done that. Whatever. If I go and save, I still have the key, and oops, the key's back. That could be fixed by not doing it this way. Having world states where like, oh no, you picked up the key, then the key won't be there. Or I also thought about putting in a thing where the key will it will like create doors at the end of the level to make you use up your keys. Which is kind of bullshit, but yeah, but whatever. So let's talk about this fucking mushroom here. Every time I try to work on this mushroom, I just get angry and I don't want to work on this game anymore. I want to kind of like make like a telekinesis system, or at least like throwing items. And so, yeah. At various stages, the throwing has worked. So yeah, yeah, it worked there. I don't know why it didn't work there. I just want to like throw the mushroom and have it stop. But it doesn't work like that. I can't get it to work. So let's go to the next thing. I introduced a money system. I think right now it's tied to score. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but if you there's a score in the top left, and if I touch these coins and money, it it has a score. If you're wondering why things are blue, that is just I drew it and I'll like color it in later. Just for like testing, or it's like I'm gonna draw these out. I just put it in this shade of blue. So if we go over to here, these items, I'm not sure if these prices reflect um, what these will do. Also, if somebody asks like why is there a boot here and this is not in the final game, I just drew a Kuribo shoe just for testing. Um, and so I believe this will cost 500 score to buy it. Yeah, it did buy it, but I think because my inventory is full, here I should be able to buy another taco. Yeah, I think they all just give you a taco if you try to buy any of them. Um, but yeah, I mean it's a shop system. I kind of wanted to do like this complicated Pokemon system with like menus and stuff. Like if you like look at any Pokemon game, where it's like it drops down a menu of stuff you want to buy. And then I realized like why am I like I'm just making a Mario game. This doesn't need to be complicated. This is like so much work for something so complicated. I also worked on the dialogue system. This is Euler. He's a snake oil. He's a snake, and his name is Euler, and he's a salesman. Um, and so yeah, your pizza lab. I had a problem where characters. So each like after you exhaust their dialogue, they just repeat the same dialogue. I had a problem where multiple characters. Oh, what was that? Characters would always repeat the same line of dialogue. So the snake, whoever dialogue ended first, like if like if you ended your dialogue on the snake, it would also say the same dialogue. It would overwrite the ending dialogue for like the Buffalo Man here. I don't know if these characters are going to be in the final game or animate them. I try to do a telekinesis system. So if I press C here, or is it V? E. I want to say it's a V. R. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it is V. You can telekinesis the bottle, and it will fly behind you. Every time I sit down and try to work on this, I just like no, I can't. I can't do it. For some reason, I just mechanical systems. Like I just get frustrated immediately. Um, if you press it again, it just starts it through the level. Um, so yeah, that just restarts the level. And so yeah, that's my testing level. I guess let's just go through the rest of the levels real quick. Um, Nothing new on this level. Let's just run through it. Oh, just get rid of these snails. I don't like this fireball. I want to change it to a gun. I'll probably change it to a gun eventually. So yeah, key opens the door, and then go to the final level. I don't know if I didn't really talk about this. Where like I want this game to be like kind of creepy and weird and surreal. And other than it being this weird surreal thing with a cowboy gives the Old West, and you have magic powers. I don't really know more than that. And I guess these guys are like kind of this weird like Cthulhu cult, and they got these weird. You can't really see them because I didn't level the character right. I need to find out how many blocks. I guess this is an NES game, NES throwback. It's kind of too detailed to be an NES game, but also like not detailed enough to like be SNES throwback. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to figure out. I got basic AIs. This guy doesn't fall over. I got my thwomps that I need to fix. Everything needs to be fixed. And that is the end of the level. You just, yeah, it doesn't X out. I don't know why it doesn't X out. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I need to work on. I don't know when I'll get around to working on this again. I just wanted to record an update video. I don't even, is this recording? 16 minutes. That seems like a lot. Um, but yeah, that's what I have for right now. I guess we'll see in the future how with this game, because this game might look totally different, or get abandoned, or I might make something else. We'll find out. I guess. See you later.